Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show that tries to cut through all that noise, especially in something like skincare. It's just,
Yep.
it's overwhelming, right? So many ingredients, so many claims. How do you figure out what's actually significant, what's truly innovative?
Exactly. It feels like a maze sometimes.
Totally. So that's where we come in. Today we're doing a deep dive into a name most of you will definitely recognize, Mary Kay.
Hmm.
Now, hang on, because maybe you're thinking, oh yeah, the pink cars, the, direct selling.
Hey, the classic image.
But there's actually a really fascinating story underneath all that. It's about real scientific innovation. They have this significant patent portfolio
Mm,
that has a direct impact on the stuff you might put on your skin.
absolutely. And that's our mission today, really, to kind of pull back the curtain on that innovation that often goes unseen. We're going to look at a specific Mary Kay patent application. And it's quite forward-looking.
Okay.
This isn't just about, the science itself, but understanding how a company like this, known for one thing,
The sales model.
right, how they quietly champion serious research and development, and ultimately, what does that mean for your skin, for your routine?
Hmm.
We want to focus on what's genuinely important there.
Okay, so let's start with the familiar part first. Mary Kay, the company. Founded by Mary Kay Ash, of course. Such an enduring presence, right? Decades in the skincare industry.
Legendary almost.
And if you ever look at the technical stuff, like patent documents, the applicant is clearly listed. Mary Kay Inc., Addison, TX, US.
Mm.
A huge name in beauty products. Maybe not the first name you think of for, like, high-level R&D, though.
And that's exactly the kind of misconception we want to dig into because,
That's why.
yeah, the direct sales model, huge part of their story, no doubt.
Mhm.
But what often stays in the background is the pretty substantial long-term investment in R&D.
Okay.
It's not just talk. You can see it in their patent activity. It's all public. And it really paints this clear picture of a continuous commitment. We're talking decades, really, dedicated to advancing skincare science.
Wow, decades.
Yeah. It's a foundation built on scientific rigor, not just, clever sales tactics.
Okay, so that's where it gets really interesting for me. You mentioned patents. Now, I know for some people that sounds maybe a bit dry, like legal paperwork.
Sure, it can seem that way.
But we know, right? A
Right.
patent is way more than that. It's a shield. It protects a unique invention.
Exactly.
It signals that a company isn't just, I don't know, tweaking old formulas. They're putting serious resources into creating genuinely new, original ideas.
Yeah.
Bringing them to market. It's proof, right? Proof of innovation.
Precisely. And the specific document we're really zoning in on today, the one that illustrates this perfectly, is U.S. Patent Application Publication. No. U.S. 202-501-772-86A1.
Okay. US 22501772886A1.
Got it. It was published pretty recently, June 5, 2025. So what's really key here is that this isn't some dusty old file. This is current. It's forward-looking, gives us a peek into very recent stuff, maybe even future developments they're working on. It shows they're still pushing.
That is fascinating. A 2025 application. Now, this one's cutting edge, but here's what really struck me when I looked into it. This isn't like a standalone thing that just appeared. This 2025 application, it's actually listed as a continuation.
Right.
A continuation of many previous patent applications. When you trace it back, some related ones go all the way back to 2013, 2014.
Yeah, that's quite a history.
And then there are clusters in 2017, 2018, 2020, 2022, 2024. I mean, that's over a decade of continuous work on this specific area.
And if we connect that back to you, the person actually using skincare products,
Yeah.
what does this long chain of related applications really mean?
Yeah, what's the significance?
Well, it means it's not just a one-off discovery. It's not them jumping on some trendy ingredient bandwagon. Instead, it shows this sustained, deep-rooted commitment over a decade focused on perfecting and protecting one specific area of skincare tech. That signals a huge investment in continuous improvement,
Yeah.
refining things, real scientific rigor, trying to create something solid and effective. And it also highlights the team behind it. The patent lists the inventors: David Gann, Michelle Hines, Marilu Sanchez, Milagros Sanchez, Pamela Jacoby, Linda Hart. It shows this collaborative, intense effort.
Right, real people, scientists working on this for years. Okay, let's shift focus then. Why this patent? What problems is it actually trying to solve for your skin? I mean, think about your own skincare concerns. For so many people, it's sensitive skin.
Oh, absolutely. A huge issue.
And all those things that go with it. The patent specifically calls out redness, scaling, itching, burning, erythema.
That's classic symptoms.
Yeah, and here's the tricky part, isn't it? Sometimes the ingredients that are really good for anti-aging, they can actually cause irritation.
That's the paradox, exactly.
So if you have sensitive skin, you're kind of stuck. You want the anti-aging benefits, but your skin just can't handle the usual stuff.
And that's what's so interesting here, how they've tackled that very problem. The core innovation in this patent, it seems, is this unique combination of ingredients, very carefully put together. It's designed to handle these complex issues, but at the same time.
Okay.
So the patent talks about a topical composition that can treat skin that's oxidized or damaged, but also improve skin tone and, crucially, calm down those sensitive skin symptoms.
So it's doing multiple things at once.
Yeah, it's not just patching one thing. It's aiming for a more balanced, comprehensive result. Restore vitality, basically.
Okay, let's get specific then. What are these magic ingredients? The patent abstract and summary mention a few key ones. Some might sound familiar, others may be a bit more scientific. But they all seem to work together. We've got Essin that comes from horse chestnut extract.
Hesculus hippocastanum, yeah. Known for soothing.
Right. Then hydrolyzed algin from brown algae. Ruscus aculeatus root extract, that's butcher's broom. Ammonium glycyrrhizate derived from licorice. People know licorice is good for calming inflammation.
A classic anti-inflammatory, yeah.
Yeah. Centella asiatica extract, gotu kola, or Indian pennywort. That's huge now for calming and healing.
Definitely a star ingredient.
Hydrolyzed yeast protein and Calendula officinalis flower extract, which is just marigold.
Right.
So it's this curated mix of botanicals and biological extracts, not just a random list.
And that really brings up the key question.
Oh.
How do all these different things actually work together?
Yeah, what's the synergy?
Well, the patent is quite clear about a dual benefit. It's suggesting the combination does more than the sum of its parts. Think of it like, okay, Essin and Ruscus might be calming the redness down.
The peacekeepers, maybe?
Yeah, like that. While maybe the algin and centella are working on rebuilding skin strength.
The repair crew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this specific blend is designed not just to tackle the sensitivity, the inflammation, the redness, but also at the same time work on improving skin tone, firmness, elasticity, and even reducing those general signs of aging like wrinkles or maybe some sagging.
Wow, okay, so it's soothing and rejuvenating without one canceling out the other.
That seems to be the goal. A multifaceted approach, trying to avoid that compromise we talked about.
And it's not just about listing ingredients. The patent actually explains how it works, right? The science behind it.
It does. It gets into the mechanism. It talks about how the composition works down at the cellular level.
Okay.
It functions by reducing the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines. You can think of those as little alarm signals in your skin telling it to get inflamed.
Like IL-6, IL-8, TNF-alpha, those kinds of things?
Precisely those. The formula helps quiet those signals down. And beyond that, it helps fight ROS reactive oxygen species.
Free radicals.
Exactly, free radicals.
Yeah.
Those unstable molecules that damage skin and speed up aging. This formula acts like an antioxidant shield against them.
Neutralizing them.
Right. And also apparently stimulates the skin's own natural repair processes. So it's not just a surface fix. It's working deeper to help the skin heal and protect itself.
That's pretty sophisticated stuff.
And they don't just focus on the micro level. The patent actually makes a point of saying these compositions are designed to be cosmetically elegant.
Ah, the feel of the product.
Yes. And that's not just fluff, it's critical. If you're going to use something every day, maybe twice a day.
It has to feel nice, not sticky or greasy.
Exactly. It needs a pleasant texture, absorb well, feel good, because if it doesn't, people just won't use it consistently.
Right. You could have the best science in the world, but if it feels awful...
You won't get the results.
Yeah.
So that elegance ensures the benefits actually get delivered because people will enjoy using it. That's key for seeing changes.
Okay, so what does this mean for actual products then? Where might we see this technology pop up?
Well, the patent suggests it's pretty versatile. These compositions can be put into a whole range of product types you already know.
Like lotions and creams, serums?
Yep, lotions, creams, serums, gels, masks, but also potentially cleansers, shampoos, even hair conditioners.
Really? So quite broad.
Yeah, it means the tech could potentially show up in lots of different parts of your routine, offering those dual benefits, the soothing and the anti-aging in various ways.
And you mentioned it's not just theoretical. There's actual data in the patent.
Yes, absolutely. It includes sections labeled examples. These aren't just ideas. They show real test results.
Okay, like what?
For instance, there are studies shown on inhibition of CGRP production. CGRP is linked to inflammation and sensitivity. The data shows their composition significantly reduced those markers.
So proof it calms inflammation.
Exactly. And other tests demonstrated its antioxidative properties, confirming it can effectively fight those damaging free radicals we talked about.
Gotcha.
So it's backed by data, not just ingredient claims. It shows that level of scientific work behind it.
Okay, this has been really illuminating. Let's try to wrap up with the main takeaways from this deep dive. First, it seems Mary Kay, a name we all know, is actually pretty heavily invested in serious cutting-edge skincare R&D, more than maybe people assume.
Definitely operating beyond the surface image.
Second, looking at their patent history, especially this chain of applications, shows a really long-term continuous commitment, like over a decade refining this specific area.
A deep investment in innovation, yeah.
And finally, this specific patent reveals a really sophisticated way of tackling sensitive skin, using this unique blend of ingredients to both soothe the irritation and deliver anti-aging benefits at the same time.
That dual action approach seems key.
So what does all this mean for you listening right now as someone who buys and uses skincare?
Well, I think knowing about things like these patents gives you really valuable insight. It shows the depth of research that can go into the products you use. It helps you understand that behind the marketing, behind the pretty packaging, there might be years, even decades of careful science. And that work is aiming to deliver real, effective results for your skin concerns and also make the product enjoyable to use. Ultimately, I think it empowers you, to be a more discerning consumer, to think critically about claims, maybe look beyond the hype and appreciate the science that might be there, make more informed choices.
Yeah, definitely food for thought. So maybe next time you pick up a skincare product, perhaps even from Mary Kay, perhaps another brand, just think about those unseen layers. Think about the potential decades of research, the teams of scientists working quietly, refining formulas, balancing ingredients, making sure it feels just right on your skin. Knowing that this level of detail and dedication exists, what new possibilities does that make you imagine for the future of skincare? What breakthroughs might be just around the corner?